Hello everybody and welcome on back to another brand new episode of Taste Test right here on youtube.com/Seannosaurus Rex. I'm Sean, and every Wednesday and Saturday you can watch me try the weird, the wonderful, and the limited edition. Subscribe down below for more and ring the bell and you'll be notified when I post new videos. Today we are trying the Walmart exclusive Mountain Dew Dragon Fruit. I oh so smartly bought a 12-pack of Mountain Dew, which features a beautiful color scheme of the kind of the purple, green, blue. I really like it. They have the new logo, which is a revert to the old one. It's been the MTN Dew for a while. And I just think about the fact that I bought a bottle of Mountain Dew today, and they spent so much time and effort and money to market, or not to market this, but to change the logo and make it look nice, all for me to buy a bottle of Mountain Dew, rip the label off, and throw it in the garbage. So it's just a plain green bottle. I can't do that with a can, but it is... I don't know. It's interesting. It's just a logo that they've had before that they like millennialed up or whatever. But Dragon Fruit is out now. It's available at Walmart exclusively in 12-pack cans, and it's in the 20-ounce bottles. I have not been able to find it. I've looked a couple of times, and I was finally able to find it today. It was down to the final 2 12-packs, and that was the only way that I saw it. So just keep an eye out if you are curious about it. And again, Walmart exclusive, so keep that in mind. Let's try this out. That's really loud. Crackety crack. And see how it is. It's an interesting, much to the surprise of no one, I've never had a dragon fruit. But it has a nice bouquet. And I like that it's a fruit or berry, in this case specifically fruit rather than a citrus, which is typically what gives me trouble with the Mountain Dew. It smells fine. It's pretty solid. I forget exactly what the review was that I had put it in. I'm sure that I've said it with a lot of the Mountain Dews that have come out, because Mountain Dew has actually done a really good job at consistently coming up with new flavors and putting them out. They usually do a Baja a year. We had the Baja Citrus Cabo this year, and it may have been that review that I'm talking about. I think it might have actually been, in addition, a different brand altogether, drink-wise. But Mountain Dew does a very good job at consistently coming out with new flavors. And it is so rare that I ever buy more than one. Buying a 12-pack is a very stupid thing for me to do. I almost never drink a second one. The bottle is the perfect way to go for me. They're $2.50 or whatever, $2.38 or some dumb weird price. The 12-pack is like $6, which is 50 cents a can or whatever, but still is also like, it's $6, Sean, for drinks that you typically don't drink more of. I think that this one's on the better side, but I don't know that I would go back to it. I don't remember the last Mountain Dew that they put out that I went, oof, I'd really like a second one of those. And even for the excitement that I have for stuff like the Voodoo that I love every single year, that they've discontinued that, but they are still doing one with Trolley or whatever. I never buy a second one of those. It's so interesting that when you take a look at a Mountain Dew and you look at all the flavors that they've had, if you even just look at the Taste Test playlist or whatever on my channel and the number of Mountain Dew items that they have had versus something like a Red Bull, which has had multiple flavors that have been so popular that they've put them into the regular flavor rotation. Now, Mountain Dew's had that here and there, but Mountain Dew, it feels like the hit rate just isn't there. And I think that this is on the better side, but I still don't think it's great. I think you're still probably going to end up going back to your old favorites. The flavor is solid. It feels like it's a little, in a weird way, like kind of dry. Like it kind of reminds me of like a fruit punch. For whatever reason, there's a texture that just kind of feels like, Whereas most of the time when I drink Mountain Dew, I feel refreshed and invigorated. Not an ad, but it could be Mountain Dew. If only I'm over here on the internet if you'd like. I kind of forgot where I interrupted myself pitching Mountain Dew that they sponsor me. I don't finish my points. I don't finish my sentences. It's interesting that they have not been able to have those hits. It's interesting that at no point with the exception of maybe the Game Fuel that came out 8 years ago, 7 years ago, something like that. That was a really old, I think that was a weekend review years and years ago. The Game Fuel was the only one in the last decade that I have regularly bought. I buy more live wires that suck, that I know I don't like, and just go, hey, it's been 6 months, maybe I like it now, than any of these other flavors. And I just wish that they had something that clicked in a way that these other companies are able to do it. I mean, the Beeb drinks the little Alnies, and they've had a couple of them that she really likes that are seasonal, like I think Cotton Candy's the one that's out now. I'm not a big fan of the Alnies, but I wish that this was better. I like it. The flavor is fine. The guest flavor itself is very nice and very potent. The guest flavor also is dragon fruit. It says on the can, Sean. But the point is that it tastes very strongly of its guest flavor. I think that's high praise. I think that's a compliment. I think sometimes, especially when Mountain Dew adds the citrus stuff, it gets a little muddled. I think sometimes, like with the thrashed apple, it leaves a little to be desired. They're inconsistent in how they tweak their flavors. And I go back to it all the time, when it goes berry, when it goes fruit, that's when it really sings, because it adds a completely different element to the Mountain Dew, which is already lemon, lime, citrus. Don't add more citrus, give us a berry. The dark berry still reigns supreme as probably my favorite of the Mountain Dews, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the Pitch Blacks. Because they did like Pitch Black 2, Pitch Black again, Pitch Black back forever. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I think it's very much in it's like a 6.5 out of 10. I do not need to add a ranking system or a rating system to this show by any stretch of the imagination. But it's okay. I think it's worth going out and trying if you are interested in it. If you don't want to make a trek to Walmart or it's not available around you, I don't think you're missing out on anything. And that sucks to say, because I enjoy Mountain Dew. And I would like to see them come out with a flavor where I'm on this channel or I'm on this show going, oh my gosh, you have to buy it. And not in the voodoo way of, man, it's a lot of fun to try this weird thing and let me know your guesses. But in a way of, this is genuinely excellent and you should be running out to try it. We haven't had that in a very long time. And I kind of don't think that we're going to see that in the future. I don't think we're going to see that anytime in the future, though I do appreciate how frequently we get new flavors of Mountain Dew. So there you go. Meh. I guess. If you've tried it, you can let me know what you thought down in the comments section below. Would you try it? Have you tried it? All that down there. And if you have a suggestion, you can let me know down there what it is, where to find it. You might see it on a future episode of the show. The best way to see that future episode of the show is to subscribe right over here. Ring the bell down below. You'll be notified when I post new videos. And you can check out the Taste Test playlist right here, which updates every Wednesday and Saturday. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And as always, bon appetit.